Boys.
Yes.
Today's cold open will feature us testing our new mics for photographer Eric. So one at a time, Bjorn, one at a time. Oldest to youngest. Jeff, go first.
Well, that would be you, Jason. Go first.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing.
Testing. Is this thing on?
I'm just a baby.
Roll the open.
Every day.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
The show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I say this from time to time. I'm back there in a little cubby hole back there, and I can hear the audience being prepped. So they tell me, again, what to expect. Sometimes we have audiences that are quieter. Sometimes we have audiences that are a little shy. First of all, we don't have either of those problems today. But we don't have either. But I did get a notice, a warning, a heads up about one particular person, because I'm back there. I'm back there, and I hear the following. Betty, are you going to be trouble today? Yeah, right there. There's Betty. There's Betty. Yeah. Wait, are we misidentifying Betty? Is that really Betty right there? Right there, yeah. Well, Betty, security's watching. Just FYI, that's right, yeah. No, actually, the naughtier Betty is, the better the damn show will be. So let's just be clear, yeah, that's right. Well, first up today, otters on the lam. Let me just say, we have a lot of animals today. You'll see why in a little bit. Otters on the lam. So the search is going on. The search continues for a pair of otters who broke out of a zoo near Green Bay, near Green Bay, Wisconsin last week. So the prison break was caught on camera. Watch this. Look at them. Look at them. That's Louie and Ophelia busting out of the zoo during a snowstorm. Zookeepers say they squeezed through a hole. Look at them! They went through a hole in the fencing, and despite some sightings in the neighborhood, girl, they are free. They're gone. They are at the Golden Corral right now. The zoo set up some traps, but raccoons got to the traps first. The raccoons and the otters are working together. Yeah, anyway, I love it. She's an animal lover filling in for Fallon today. Give it up for Erin Schwab, everybody. Hi, friends. How you doing?
I'm terrific.
If people are new to us in our new cities like Austin, Texas, and Quincy and Detroit, Erin Schwab isn't just the audience coordinator here on the Jason Show. You're looking at the Bette Midler of the Twin Cities right here. That's right. An amazing performer.
Thank you, Jason.
That's right. We've been friends since God was a wee boy.
That's right.
30 years. We met at a gay bar and fell in love.
We did.
That's right.
And then
it's no joke. We really did.
Love was blind, and we had to walk away.
That's right. we met at the first gay bar to ever have windows. And laugh if you will, but back in the day, they wanted to keep us a secret. And this had window. Yeah, seriously. No, joke. It was the first place with windows. Erin hosted, and this will shock no one, Show Tune Sunday. That's right, yeah.
I did. We had hosted a Show Tune sing-along. And let me just tell you, I was good at it.
You were real good at it.
Thank you very much.
You were real good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You would have things to do, like when Barbra Streisand, you would play Funny Girl.
Yep.
And when Barbra Streisand would run to the boat.
I would run around the bar.
And she was like the Pied Piper of gays.
Yeah.
We would just, all the gays would follow her around the bar. She just held a bottle of vodka as motivation. Just, and if
Truly the Pied Piper of gays.
Truly.
But also sometimes everybody's fairy gay mother also.
That's right, yeah, you were. Yeah.
And I was also the gateway for all gays going in high school and college to come out. That was my job. My job was date me, and then look at me about a few weeks later and go, you know what though? You're awesome, but I think I'm gay. And I'm like, why?
I had some friends like that, yeah. I still love them to this day. Well, welcome back. You've been gone.
I have.
You went to go see your daughter in college in the great state of Kentucky.
Yep,
the Bluegrass
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
So he goes to Western Kentucky University, home of the Hilltoppers, Wood, and Big Red.
They're called the Hilltoppers?
The Hilltoppers. But their mascot is called Big Red, and it's just like a big giant red blob.
Like that?
Yeah. And Sophie was really disappointed because she's like 2 inches too short to be the mascot. Like when she found
she wanted to be the mascot.
When Sophie found out that the mascot was Big Red, they were like, oh, I'm going in.
Yeah.
And they would have been a great mascot, right?
Absolutely.
And so I was like, all right, do it. And they were like, no, I'm 2 inches too short for the costume. Yeah.
No. You're
Big
perfect
Red.
sized.
Thank you.
Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Hot topics served in a casserole dish. Okay. First up, big changes for late night TV. One show is disappearing, and it won't be replaced. CBS has canceled After Midnight, the game show, comedy show, after 2 seasons on the air. Comedian right there, Taylor Tomlinson, I'm a fan, hosts the panel show, which features games related to pop culture stories. Well, if you're thinking, oh, Jason, I never watched this, I'll tell you why this is a big deal. The cancellation comes even though, despite the show being just renewed for a 3rd season. Tomlinson says she wants to return to doing stand-up full-time. There's some episodes left. They have them in the can. It'll air in June. The reason this is it's a big deal in TV. This is the first time, this will be the first time, come summer, the first time since 1995 that CBS will have no programming after its signature. It used to be Letterman, now it's Colbert. They will stop programming at 11:30 Central or 12:30 Eastern.
Wow.
And that hasn't happened since the 94-95 TV season when Tom Snyder had the Late Late Show following Dave. So they're going to give it back to the stations and say, put Benny Hill on or whatever. Yeah, do whatever you want. But so I got to tell you, the reason I wanted to do this story, mark my word, this is how it starts. What I mean by that is the networks will slowly start not programming late night. I have a feeling when Seth Meyers retires.
Oh.
Well, it's a very American thing, and people like it, but let's be honest, the younger generations don't even watch it live. They don't watch linear television, sadly. Hi, young people, please watch us. But they're watching the next day.
Yeah.
So NBC is not going to put something else on when Seth Meyers is done.
Yeah.
They'll always have the Tonight Show, but all the networks are going to eventually do this, I think.
I feel like also in a weird thing, I feel like during COVID, we all adjusted like our time schedules. And so I used to stay up really late, but my whole idea of time shifted during that time period, and now 10 o'clock is late for me. And it's
a good
even
yes.
like because I've worked in bars and clubs forever. We used to play until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
She wasn't an exotic dancer. I want everyone to, I just want to be very clear. Yeah.
Or am I? I look like some sort of sassy Dora the Explorer or something this morning.
Yeah.
Backpack, just kidding.
We're gonna get an email. It's
I'm
too
sorry,
much
I'm
boobs
sorry.
at 10:30 in the morning.
Cancel.
That's right.
Cancel.
Yeah.
No, but do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
We don't do shows. Nobody goes to a show anymore if it ends any later than about 10 or 10:30. Really, honestly, it's. Like, I love it, but I don't even know how to perform anymore past like 11:30.
To button this one up, I'm telling you, if all these stars were smart, all the singing, the people that do concerts, get us out. Start at 6 and have us home by 9. I'm telling you, every concert should start at 6. I'm young and hip. Anyway, next up, an epic announcement for an epic movie. Marvel is getting fans excited for the next Avengers movie, announcing the full cast on Wednesday. They did it by revealing the names on the back of directors' chairs, and they did this over the course of a 5.5-hour live stream on YouTube. Yeah. Well, look, it did get a little boring at times, but there was a really funny moment, though, that we caught about an hour in. Watch this. Okay. Now that's damn cute. Look, and if you're not into comic books, if you don't know, Paul Rudd plays the smallest Avenger, little Ant-Man. That's why Avengers, it's called Avengers Doomsday. It will feature really familiar faces. Chris Hemsworth is back, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, the new Fantastic Four will be a part of it. And listen to this, for us nerds, several of the original X-Men from the 2000s movies are coming back, like Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Rebecca Romijn, not Stamos, Alan Cumming is back, Kelsey Grammer is back. And look, hi fanboys, can I talk to you real quick? I was on the Tickety Talk last night for a while, and these fanboys are all mad. They hate how Marvel did this. They're complaining, it was boring, this is what you don't do. Guys, again, as I've said about all these things like Star Wars, can you wait till the actual movie comes out before you start hiking your leg on it?
Yeah.
And it's just a marketing thing. Who cares if you thought it was boring? Look, everybody's talking about it. You know what? That's called a marketing win. I'm just saying, even if you don't like it, we're all talking about it here and on the Tickety Talk.
I just like that you keep saying Tickety Talk.
I'm just saying. More Hotdish when we come back. Back in a moment. The Tickety Talk. Season 10. We have a very lively crew today. I love it. Nothing puts me in the better mood, man, than a great studio audience, and we have it today. You guys are great. I love you. I appreciate you. Welcome back to the show, everybody. She's part of the trio on the White Lotus that's taught us all not to go on a vacation with a group of 3. Michelle Monaghan was on Kimmel last night to talk about the popularity of her specific. Even if you don't watch the show, you'll be able to relate to the storyline. Watch this.
The bulk of the conversation about the show, especially from women, is how much they relate to that idea of 3 women who are really close friends, old friends, breaking off into groups of 2 and talking and gossiping about the other one.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It is something. It's something that I don't think has been explored yet.
No, it hasn't been explored. And, and I gotta be honest with you, when we were shooting it, Leslie Bibb, Carrie Coon, and I were thinking, gosh, we're kind of like, look at these other storylines, like the incest and all this other stuff that's going on. We're like, we seem a little boring. But the reality is, I think people have really taken to it because it is a very relatable sort of triangulation. And I mean, I think the moral of the story is like, don't go on vacation with 3 friends.
I just say, Michelle also addressed, because you know, as much fun as it is to watch White Lotus, it's almost as fun to listen to all the theories. And she talked about the online rumors that a monkey is the one who is the killer. And she goes, no, that's not true. That's not true. But really quick, we'll get to Dax, but I got to tell you, it is a truth. I mean, for anyone to go, oh, I don't talk about Mary when she goes to the bathroom. Yes, you do.
I don't think it's just women that do this either. I think it's any group of three. I remember my mom from a very young age, we would have like parties or sleepovers or, well, I didn't have a lot of sleepovers, but we would do things and she would be like, you know what, you might want to invite one other person because 3 is never good. 3 never works.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She was a teacher too, so maybe that was part of it. Was that she saw it. But a group of 3 friends is really hard because somebody will always feel a little bit left out in some capacity, or like something comes up. You know?
I've thought about my own dynamics over the years with people, and I think that's absolutely right. Next, the truth about working with Ellen, a former writer sharing his story. Joining me now is the co-host of the Hollywood Raw podcast to help me out with more dish. Audience, give it up for Dax Holt. Hi, buddy.
Hello, good morning. How is everyone out there?
Okay, who did you, okay, I can't wait to dig into this. Who did you talk to, buddy?
All right, so we had our friend on, Rick Mitchell. It was someone, a former co-worker of ours that worked at TMZ. After he left TMZ, he actually landed a huge gig at the Ellen show during like the crazy height of its popularity. And he became one of the head writers on her show. And so we finally convinced him to stop by our podcast because we wanted to, and he doesn't normally do interviews. And we said, please come by, talk to us. We want to hear what it was really like working for Ellen, working on that show, because there has been so much discussion over the years about what it was like for the people behind the scenes. And really, that's kind of the reason she kind of got cast out of Hollywood, because of the stories that had come out. And he goes, look, I'm not going to say that it was the greatest thing ever for everyone there. He said that he fortunately had a very good situation and that he got along very well with her. And he talked very highly of the situation, said, look, it was high stress. There was a lot of high stress in this because it was one of the biggest shows on television. You know, there's a lot of anxiety that goes behind filming a show like this and daily and having to step up to the plate and be funny all the time. And he goes, really what killed her was her tagline, the just be kind. He goes, if she wouldn't have said that, I think people would not have been so judgmental and cast her out of Hollywood like they did.
Well, yeah, because look, I've talked about Ellen. I've had, you know, I think it's very nuanced. I think it's a lot of layers to get through. But look at people before Ellen. Look back in the day. Johnny Carson had a horrible reputation. I love Johnny. Look at Letterman. I love Letterman, but he's had a complicated past with some former employees. Yeah, so I agree with that. She trapped herself into a corner. I'm the be nice woman. So whenever she wouldn't be nice, people were, her detractors were ready to jump on her.
Yeah, and we talked to him about, because she actually invited him to write when she did that tour as well. So he has continued to stay in contact with her throughout the years. And he had positive things to say, but then we also got into what it's like working on the Warner Brothers lot, because I think that's super cool.
Yes.
I mean, I was there. I went to the Ellen show taping a couple of times. I got my wife into the Mother's Day episode, got all kinds of fun free goodies from that. But when I was there, I saw like George Clooney driving off the lot in his Tesla back in the day. And Rick was like, it was the coolest thing getting to just walk around, the filming that was going on, seeing Clint Eastwood out there. So he had some really fun stories about what it's just his time there working on the lot.
Because what you say, Dax, for people watching all over that's never been to Hollywood, maybe the Fox lot, but the Warner Brothers lot is probably the most famous currently right now.
Oh, yeah. And it's so, I mean, this is where they filmed Friends. They had all the things there. And he's just like, it's fun to, you go take your lunch break and you're in a set for New York. You know, he's like, it's just really cool. And I don't know, for me, that's how I think of Hollywood.
Absolutely. Give it up for Dax, everybody. Hear the full conversation. When you subscribe to the Hollywood Raw podcast and you get that podcast, hit that subscribe button wherever you get podcasts. Bye, Dax. More dish now. I know. Well, we stayed on that. I'm like, I felt like I needed to say goodbye. And then, did he howl like a little monkey?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I think he bawed.
Did he?
I think you went.
More dish now. She's easily the biggest breakout pop star of last year with songs like Hot to Go, Pink Pony Club. It's hard to ignore the sky-rocketing fame of Chappell Roan. She calls herself a Midwest princess because she was raised in Missouri. Well, during an interview this week on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Chappell talked about the Midwest things. Even though she's Hollywood now, the Midwest things she just can't get rid of.
You refer to yourself as a Midwest princess. What is the most Midwestern thing about you?
I say, oh, so much. Oh, I'm sorry. O-P-E. Say that a lot.
Is that a Midwestern thing?
I think so.
Oh, I'm not from the Midwest.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
You know.
Oh. Chappell says friends also poke fun at the way she says roof.
How do you say roof?
Roof?
Like a dog?
You're supposed to say like a dog? No, we say woof. We say woof?
People say rough.
Listen to us. We sound ridiculous. I mean, yeah. Say roof.
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 That's how it's spelled. It's got 2 O's.
But people say we say roof. You're supposed to say rough. We're supposed to say roof? No, we're not. That's what a dog says. Why am I yelling at you about roof? I don't know. Yeah.
Oop, I don't know.
Oop.
Oop.
Oop. Do you?
I say oop all the time, and Sophie, my daughter, used to count how many times I said it at Target. Because I turn a corner and someone else is there, and I would be like, oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Anytime I come in contact with another human, unexpectedly.
Oh, God. Oh, I guess I do that too.
You gotta count how many times you say it in a day.
Oh, I guess I do.
You should hear me at the stupid airport. I said it 400 times yesterday. Oh, sorry.
How many people were you bumping into at the airport?
A lot. I mean, it's not even that.
That's a whole other conversation.
But there's a lot of lines, right? And so, like, because there's a lot of lines, you lift, lifting, getting things out. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oop, I hit
I say all the way down the aisle in the airplane. Just freaking.
I said ope to Betty in the commercial break. Yeah, you know. Next in the dish, an emotional, oh, you'll love this. An emotional moment on Wednesday night's Survivor over there on CBS. If you don't watch the show, you may see this video popping up today. A Minnesota woman with autism is one of the contestants. And following the challenge, she finally revealed her diagnosis to the whole tribe, leading to this great moment.
I have autism. I was diagnosed when I was very, very young. Doctors told my parents that I would never live independently, that I would never hold a job, that at most I could hope to marry someone else with autism. And my parents, they did not give up on me, and they put me through so many different treatments to help me get all the support that I needed. And I was able to then enter school and be mainstream. So I've never viewed my autism as a roadblock to success.
But for you to come out here knowing something like this might happen and then be brave enough to share your story, because there is a young girl or boy just like you watching right now going, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, now you got me. I'm a parent too, and I do see it. And wow, this has never happened. But I see it too, and it's why I love Survivor.
Well, I should have watched that clip before the show. Eva, is it Eva, Jeff? Eva revealed her autism after getting some help from a fellow contestant during the challenge, and he was the one to her stage left or screen left. He was the only one that knew. Jeff,
I think that's awesome. I think that the more we see, it's all about representation, and the more you see yourself in a space, in a location, in all locations, in all spaces, the more you understand that you are welcome to be your authentic self there, no matter who you are, no matter how you are made. Those are your, it is. And I have such a great gift of working in educational theater where I get to work with kids, all kinds of kids, who have all kinds of what we like to call superpowers, because really they're your superpowers. The thing that makes you different is the thing that is your superpower if you embrace it the right way, right? It's any of the, you can have any diagnosis. It is how you take that diagnosis and like use it to like be your superpower. Lean in.
I can't say anything better than what you just said, so we'll leave it there, man. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's the dish. I would not turn the channel. I'm very excited about what's to come. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. That was great. Follow me here. Coming up in just a little bit, you're going to meet the woman whose pet goat unlocked a gate which let out her pet kangaroo. Yup, you'll meet her just ahead. And then Thrifty Traveler's back. What do you need to know for your spring break and summer travel? He'll tell you that and more when The Jason Show continues. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Don't forget to come see us in the audience. Eventbrite.com. We accept groups. Bring your office. We have a good time. Well, I woke up thinking about this. It was one of those things where I'm like, I can't wait to go to work today. It's the type of story that would end up in our head scratch and headline segment. A mischievous goat. A mischievous goat unlatched a gate, letting loose a pet kangaroo in South Carolina. No, I'm not making this up. Watch this.
I'm by myself. My husband is here with the girls, okay? And I'm out there in my silk pink pajama pants and camouflage shirt wrangling a kangaroo. Y'all, I ain't never in my life been so scared. I was pure tea shaking. I ain't gonna lie, my flabs are sore. I ain't never in my life.
Well, my flabs are sore from laughing because I instantly fell in love with our next guest. With the help of police, the pet's owner was able to bring JJ the kangaroo back home. Audience, give it up for the owner, our new friend, Lindsay Richardson, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Lindsay.
How are you?
Oh, my God. Lindsay, I got to tell you, I do a radio show, too. And we have this service, and a lot of radio stations across the country have it, and they boil down the day's news. They give us little sound bites to play, and you were just so you know, you were the #1 sound bite for radio stations all across the country.
Oh my God!
And I played it. I could not stop laughing. I said, somebody needs to turn this into a song. Somebody, like, I want you to get all the money. I want you anyway. How did you find yourself in this situation? Can you set the scene for me?
Well, it was very unexpected, to be honest. So we were awoken by a knock at our door, and it was our neighbor right down the road. And guys, I never sleep in pajama pants. Never did. Never. And I luckily even wore sports bra to bed. So I literally, I always told my husband, and I've told a few people, the universe must have known what was going to happen. So our neighbor told us that he was sitting in his barn right down the road, and our kangaroo just came hopping on over to him out of nowhere, just like, "Hey, how are you doing?" So he knew exactly where to go and came down to our house, and I have never jumped out of my bed so fast in my life. Whenever you have a pet in general get out, you get nervous.
Yes.
Cat, anything, but especially a kangaroo. So that is how my morning started on Saturday.
Oh my goodness.
And I just went running. That's all I knew I needed to do. I just had to go.
You were, because my favorite soundbite, and I use it on the radio show all the time, not just pajama pants, but you said, didn't you have a camo shirt and pajama bottoms?
Yes, yes.
And chicken boots.
And chicken boots. Yes. Yeah. You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. I'm lucky I even had pants on at that time, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how big, okay, what's the kangaroo's name?
JJ.
How big, JJ, because these are large creatures. How big is JJ?
He's roughly about, what, 65 pounds right now?
Yeah, 65, 70, somewhere around that.
He just turned 2 this month, so he's still considered a small boy, but he will get larger.
Yeah, he's growing.
Good Lord, he's bigger than producer Bjorn. Yeah.
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 Oh.
Yeah.
So then, and then the police came, right? Or your neighbors or the police came, right? Or what was the order of sequence?
The police came, and I'm telling you, JJ must have caused the scene.
Not just one police.
Yeah, six police cars showed up.
Lindsay, is that your pajama bottoms right there?
Yes, it is, Jason. Yes, it is. And my chicken boots and my camouflage shirt. That is me in all my glory.
Oh my God. And Lindsay, oh my God, please tell me, didn't it run through your mind when this is all going through? Didn't at one point, I know you're worried about JJ, but didn't you at any point go, Lord have mercy, I'm in my pajama bottoms while all this is happening?
Actually, no. No, I did not, because I did not care. I didn't care who saw me or what happened. I was a little scared that my silk pajama pants were going to fall to my ankles. I was a little nervous about that. I'm not going to lie, but it didn't happen, thank goodness. So yeah, no, I actually did not care, because at that point I just wanted to get him home and get him safe.
Yeah.
This is the first time he's ever done that, so that was my main concern right then.
We are all animal lovers here, so I got to ask, how's JJ doing now since the Great Escape?
Spoiled. Same. The next day he went and he laid down in his favorite little dirt spot and lounged and ate blueberries and bananas in the sun all day. Yeah, he has a better life than most children.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What before we let you go, what is the attention? Forget the kangaroo. How's the goat doing? Did you put him in the corner, or I mean, yeah?
No, I've had a lot of people ask if he's in timeout. He's not. He's just a mischievous little boy.
That is a smart goat, Linz. That's a smart goat.
Funny story. We rescued him from the Horry County Animal Control. He escaped from the owner, and they were tired of him, and they never claimed him again. So now.
So he's our problem now.
Yeah. He's like, I can't get out, so I'm gonna let everybody else out.
Yeah.
Oh,
but he's
my
very
God.
friendly. He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's very friendly.
He's a good boy. He wags his tail like a dog. All of our animals, our goal with our animals is to have all kinds of animals that we can interact with and get our hands on and are super friendly. So we're lucky to have him, even if he did open the gate and let out his buddy.
Well, I got to tell you, I like to start or end an interview with a compliment. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This has been on for 10 years. We're across the country. We've had a lot of great things happen on this show. You are by far top 20 guest of all time. I adore you guys, and I appreciate you both being here. Thank you, guys. Good luck to you. Give JJ my best. Give it up, everybody, for Lindsay. Oh. The show could end right now. Like, tell Fox, we can't get better than that. I mean, we've had a good run, we're done. I know.
How did you end up with a kangaroo? Nobody's going to ask the question, how'd you end up with a kangaroo?
I meant to. I think they've rescued.
They rescued the
yeah,
kangaroo.
they're like, every state has, because I know we're going to get the emails. My understanding is she rescues these, and the animals they take good care of them, and she works with people. Like, there's sanctuaries here that rescue when, people have pets that they shouldn't. I think that's my understanding of this.
I just never had an idea that I was like, you know what, I think we should get a kangaroo. That's never happened to me.
Again, I love that the kangaroo is a little bit bigger than Bjorn. Just a little bit bigger.
He can put Bjorn in his pocket and hippity hop away.
We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. I'll give the whole audience kangaroos. Yeah. Oh, God.
Let's make
Look who's back. It is a really busy time for travel right now. Lots of families going on spring break trips. You may be watching us from a hotel room on your spring break. Hello. And even if you're not flying somewhere, you still might have the little itch to book your next vacation. Here are the latest travel news and deals. Give it up for Jared from Thrifty Traveler. Jason. Well, try to follow the kangaroo lady.
It's impossible. I don't know what to do.
I'm not joking. For you new to us, Jared's been on our show almost since the beginning. And when I saw this booking, and we were talking yesterday, we said, oh, okay, we're going to do this. We'll do Hotdish, then the kangaroo lady, and then Jared. And I go, poor Jared, following the kangaroo lady. Yeah, well, welcome. Well, and you're not, and we got to start with, we have 2 segments with Jared. Let's start with the big travel news, and this isn't good. Look at your face. Southwest. Can you explain if they're in a market that doesn't have, what did they do?
Yeah, so to make this just super simple, a hedge fund came in and bought a big piece of Southwest, of their stock, and now is forcing them, Southwest Airlines and their leadership, to make huge changes to the way Southwest operates to make more money for investors.
What hedge fund people do, that's right.
Yes. Which is essentially they're changing the entire, company culture of Southwest, which is almost 60 years old. And anyone who's flown Southwest knows it's a little bit different than other airlines. Historically, bags fly free, which is huge. No assigned seating, no basic economy. So they've kind of went against the grain of the race to the bottom of what all the other airlines are doing. And then now, frustratingly, they've reversed everything. And yes, in a few months, they're going to be like every other airline.
And bag fees too, right?
Yes, bag fees, seat fees, everything that you expect from, Delta, American, United, and other airlines, you can now expect from Southwest.
With your expertise, I know you don't have a crystal ball. What happens when a company like Southwest just quite literally, I don't think this is an over-dramatization, quite literally abandons what made them special in the first place to a lot of consumers?
Yeah, company culture is huge at Southwest. Like, their employees stay there, and like if you've flown Southwest, it's different, like I said. So, what's going to happen? I mean, I asked the question to myself, why would I fly Southwest now? And I know there's so many families that fly Southwest for the, bags fly free specifically. Why would you choose Southwest? Because they're not better if everything's a level playing field and the fees are the same and everything. Like, I'm going to fly other airlines. I think a lot of families are going to fly other airlines. So I don't understand necessarily how this improves profitability long term if fewer people are going to fly Southwest.
What has the reaction been with other airlines? Like Frontier, do they see blood in the water?
I'm not sure. I think they're just kind of poking. It's actually, I don't know if anyone sees this as like really positive. It's just kind of
None of their competitors see this as a positive.
It's because an activist investor's coming in, forcing management to do things, we joke at our office kind of like with a gun to their head. They don't have a choice. And it's kind of just sad. So yeah, I'm sure there's some opportunities here. But I don't know. I see it as a consumer, like for all of us who, the traveling public, there's probably going to be less competition long term between airlines.
Which is never good for us.
Which is never good because that means higher flight prices.
Speaking of prices, whenever Jared's here, we have flight deals for your spring and summer vacations. We'll do that and more when we come back in a moment. Where you should be flying next. Sorry, no. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. More with Jared from Thrifty Traveler. We have great questions, but let's get to some deals first. Whenever Jared's here, we go through some good deals from all of you, all the cities that the Jason Show's in. What are we looking at, buddy?
Yeah, so we got 7 different Jason Show markets. Here's some flight deals, and again, most of these are bookable directly through the airline or use Google Flights to search. Austin to Santiago, Chile for 54,000 Sky Miles round trip. Normally that's like $1,000. So Sky Miles, great use of Sky Miles in economy cabin. Seattle to Tokyo, Japan, $698 flying ANA, one of the best airlines. September through February, Detroit to Iceland for $470 round trip this summer on Iceland Air nonstop. Orlando to Portland, Maine, a great place to go during the summer. $200 round trip, again, from Orlando.
Wow.
Chicago to Brussels, Belgium, $397 round trip this fall. Minneapolis to Helsinki, Finland, this spring and fall for $579 round trip. And Milwaukee to Fort Myers, Florida for $210 round trip through June. Again, go to Google Flights, search, and book.
There we go. Let's get to some questions from all of you on our socials. First up, Betty asks, hey, Jared, I've heard you should always book a hotel directly with the company. What about using credit card miles to book a room? Do you recommend that?
Wow, Betty gets it. Yes, always book directly through the hotel. Even sign up, like say you're going to book a Hilton hotel, sign up for their loyalty program and search. A lot of times you'll get lower rates because you're in their program and it's free to sign up. And then, of course, always, if you have points, compare the cash price of booking to what it would be with points. Because
every time he's here, I'll say it, and I tell the studio audience in our Q&As, this man has saved me quite literally thousands of dollars in travel by, I call it playing Jared's game. Yeah, with the credit cards. Next, Chris has the next question. Hi, Chris. He asks, I know Delta will give you flight credit if the price goes down after you book it. Do other airlines do this as well?
Yes, and this is my #1 travel hack right now. If you book a ticket on Delta, United, American, right after you book it, go to Google Flights, set up a Google Flights price alert, and monitor the price. If it drops, then you can cancel your ticket if you book main cabin or higher, avoid basic economy, and so yeah, again, the price drops, cancel it, rebook, and you'll get a voucher for the difference. And you can save a lot of money, and I know you have as well, Jason.
We did a trip, really quick, anecdotally, it dropped twice. I ended up saving, we called back, well, when I say we, I mean Colin. When we called back, I saved $600. It dropped by that much. It was to Hawaii, so it was expensive. Next one, Connie. Hi, Connie. She asked, hey, Jared, how much time should you always allow between connecting flights? And what airports are the worst for making connecting flights? That's a good question. You know, when you're booking and you're making a connection, what do, in your experience, anecdotally, how much time is a good 2 hours? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the airline's only going to allow you to book a flight that they think you're going to be able to connect on if you're booking it at all as one itinerary. But I mean, like, for example, American allows 30-minute connections in Phoenix, which gives me anxiety just talking about it. I mean, I would usually shoot for, you know, a good hour or, you know, more. You know, maybe if you have lounge access, go for 2 hours. But yeah, you don't want to put yourself in a stressful situation where your first flight is delayed, and then, you know, you're going to miss your connection because you don't want to be in that kind of a situation.
What airport, no offense to them, but what airport just makes you want to pee a little bit because you have to get from one point to the other?
Yeah, especially if you're going international next, where you maybe have to leave a terminal, go outside, catch a bus or a train or something. I know, probably like Chicago or New York or
Houston is big. That's airport's
Houston,
massive.
Any of the big airports, even Atlanta, you know, which is, you know, one of the busiest airport in the world. Yeah, give yourself a little bit more time in those.
Finally, Megan, she says, I'm trying to decide between TSA PreCheck and Clear. Is one better than the other? And do you actually save enough time to make them worthwhile?
Definitely get TSA PreCheck. If you travel even a couple times a year, it's good for 5 years. Clear, don't... unless you travel like a lot, like 5+ times a year, don't even get Clear. It's not worth it. It's very expensive. And PreCheck is covered by a lot of travel credit cards, and it's pretty cheap.
And despite the trends right now on the social medias, TSA PreCheck does save you time, right, Jared?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Give it up for Jared, everybody. For the best travel news and the best deals, be sure to head to thriftytraveler.com. They're the best. Again, saves me money all the time. We'll be right back. Stay with us. That was great, my friend. Boom. I know, we could literally do a whole special on Clear. Happy birthday to everyone in our birthday club. They get that sassy sash and VIP treatment thanks to our partner, Home Furniture. You can sign up right now at eventbrite.com or on the Eventbrite app. An update on the kangaroo lady when we return. Back after this, everybody. Stay with us. Welcome back. A really really quick update. We found Bjorn was talking to Lindsay, the kangaroo woman. I'm sure she's thrilled that I keep calling her that. But anyway, and listen, because people wonder, why does she have a kangaroo? Not only does she rescue these animals, but then she she helps people that have that need emotional support animals. Yeah. Bottom line, that's what she does with the animals.
Awesome.
So that's great, because I know we're going to get the emails. And also, I was so taken by her, I forgot to even acknowledge the man behind her. That was her husband. I just, yeah. I fell in love with her.
That's her emotional support animal.
That's right, yeah. He was so great. Yeah, and she ran out with her chicken boots. I'm like, now I want a pair of chicken boots. Yeah. Do you have a pair of chicken boots?
I do not, but I know where to get them.
Tomorrow, she was one of my favorites from the latest season of Love is Blind. The much talked about Sarah will be here to set the record straight on everything that happened. She'll be on our set. That's tomorrow, but right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Where do I get chicken boots?